Yes, guys, what's up? So today we're joined together, me, B-Real TV, and we're joined with 78SportsTV in the US. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the fight that took place on the weekend with Kell, Brook, and Errol, Spence. So 78, man, how you doing? You all right?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. You holding it down in the US, yeah?
Yes, sir. Always.
That's good, man. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So Kell Brook, obviously, fought valiantly for about 6 to 7 rounds. Towards the latter half of the fight, Errol Spence took over. Kell Brook, he took a knee, right?
Right.
And my opinion is this, that Kell Brook, he mentally gassed in the fight. Prior to him taking the knee, it was mentally tiring. He was mentally fatiguing. His body was physically fatiguing as well. Do you think that him going on his knee was solely because of his eye, or do you think that there was other reasons and other things involved in that?
No, I don't think it was all about his eye. That's a good excuse. And a lot of Kell Brook fans who don't want to accept the fact that he quit, gave up in the fight, are trying to use that as an excuse to say, well, his eye was damaged. Yes, I'm sure his eye was hurting, I'm sure. But he's a fighter. He didn't know, just like with the Golovkin fight, he didn't know that he was in danger of going blind or anything like this. With the Spence fight, what I think happened is he was giving Spence everything he had. He was fighting like a soldier, fighting like a warrior. He was landing good shots on Spence, and Spence kept coming forward. He kept throwing punches. Spence was showing no sign at all of being tired. And Brook saw that. I thought he was intimidated by it, and I thought he knew a knockout was coming. He knew he was going to he was already dropped in the 10th. Okay? He knew that Spence was about to stop him. He probably felt that all through his body. He's going to get stopped. His body probably felt weak. On top of that, his eye was hurting, so he had the perfect excuse. And he took a knee, and he bowed out. He bowed out. And I knew, this is how I know he's lying when he says he couldn't see Spence. He's saying that he had double vision. When he took a knee, okay, he was looking at his corner the whole time. And when his corner man stood up on the apron, then Kell Brook stood up immediately. That's how I know you saw your corner man from that distance perfectly. And he stood up, he knew what time to stand up and everything. So, this was more than the eye. This was about, in my opinion, Brook knowing that the knockout was coming.
Okay, so because a lot of people are saying that his eye was damaged, and that because of his eye, and one more thing I wanna say as well, right? With Eddie Hearn, right? Eddie Hearn, firstly, he came out and said that it's the same injury as the one in the right eye, and the orbital bone is broken. How would they know, right? I mean, Kell Brook, maybe he might know because obviously he's in there and he suffered the same injury. But how did Eddie Hearn make the statement that the orbital bone is broken prior to them getting any scans done? What do you make of that?
Right. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. But it's a waste of time talking to fans about it because they want to see, when you want to believe something, you'll believe it. You see, it's the same thing with the Golovkin fight. They said it was the orbital bone immediately in the post fight. Like, it was no doctor, there was no scan, anything. How do they know exactly what it was? This was just an excuse, okay? His eye was swollen up. I've seen Andre Berto fight with both eyes closed. Okay, I've seen this guy fight and not quit. Okay, I've seen Keith Thurman fight with a huge hematoma on the top of his head and continue to fight through it because he wanted to win. All right, Kell Brook has gotten in the habit of quitting, and he's gonna quit again. All right, and now people are saying that he did the smart thing because, hey, he could have went blind. I don't know that, and you don't know that. You know that that's what Eddie Hearn said, and what Brook said. I don't know that. Okay, this guy, you know how much money these people have? They could put out any story and have any doctor back their story. If I wanted to right now, I can go and get a prescription for Decadurabola and testosterone. I don't need it. I got high levels of testosterone. I don't need it, but I can go get one right now. I know what doctors to go to get that, and that's just me. You mean to tell me Kell Brook and Eddie Hearn can't get a doctor to say he has a broken orbital bone?
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Let me ask you this, yeah. Kell Brook, right? You said that he's quit before, he's got into a habit of quitting. But with the Triple G fight, his eye was bust, okay? In the Errol Spence fight, his eye was bust. Let me ask you this. He did go over to America and he did whoop a fighter in Sean Porter, right? Your boy, right? So
Right.
he went over to the States, he took that belt, and he brought it back to the UK, back to Sheffield, and he put it on Sean Porter, who, if you think about it, if you were to look at the three fighters, and, you know, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, and Gennady Golovkin, you've got to say Sean Porter is the one with the highest work rate out of them, and you'd think if he couldn't beat Errol Spence, that he's not going to be able to beat Sean Porter either, because he's a pressure fighter. But Kell Brook came away with the 12 round unanimous decision. So do you think we're being a little bit harsh here with Kell, that, you know, that he is going to quit, because he didn't quit against Sean Porter, who does apply a lot of pressure?
Yeah, but Sean Porter didn't bust him up. And Sean Porter is shorter than him, which gave him an opportunity. When Sean comes in, he would grab Sean Porter and hold on to him, okay, until the referee broke him up. And then he would reset. Same tactic that Evander Holyfield used for Mike Tyson. As soon as he came in, boom, I'm going to hold him, not let him get off. Referee breaks me. Then I'll throw my punches. As soon as he gets in, I'm going to hold him again. You do that all night long, okay? And that's what he was able to do effectively against Sean Porter. And Dominic Ingle tried to get him to do that against Errol Spence when times got hard. I heard Ingle in the corner when I rewatched the fight. Dominic Ingle told, he whispered in Brook's ear, he said, hold him. Hold on to him until the ref breaks you. You don't let him go until the ref breaks you. I'll watch it again to get the exact round he said that in. But it was in the second half of the fight. He's telling Brook to hold Spence and not let him get his punches off, okay? So Porter wasn't able to hurt Brook. Brook is big, sturdy. He didn't cut him. He didn't break up his eyes or nothing like that. So Brook, great performance against Porter. Even though he was holding, I'm not, you know, petty like that. I thought it was still a good strategy to beat Sean Porter. But going forward, you know, because people keep talking about he did the smart thing for his eye, okay, his eye. Now, if he's doing the smart thing for his eye, he would retire from boxing, because you got your right eye messed up, surgically repaired. Now your left eye is allegedly messed up, fractured and all that stuff, and you're going to have to get that surgically repaired or let it heal naturally. What good is it to do? What good would it do for you to move up in weight now, where you be fighting bigger, more dangerous guys, harder punching guys, and what's going to happen now? Is your eyes going to magically heal? I don't understand it. As soon as he fights anybody who can punch, it's the same thing. And what's going to happen when Brook gets in there with a guy like, if he's going to 154, I got to assume he's going to fight the best guys. So let's say down the line he fights a Demetrius Andrade or Ersandy Laura, and Laura's tagging that eye, right? He's just tagging the eye over
Yeah,
and
but
over
do you know
again.
Laura's not really a pressure fighter. And also, one other thing I want to say, right, when Kell Brook did fight Sean Porter, yeah, he held him, but I think that's a part of boxing, though, because if you look at Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, like you were saying, Evander Holyfield, when he fought Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis,
Right.
these guys, they do hold. It's a part of boxing, holding.
Right.
You know,
right.
so I think we've got to give Kell Brook his credit for what he did with Sean Porter. But
Yeah, that's what I said. I give him credit for the Sean Porter win. Thought it was a good strategy.
But do you not think, right, like, I mean, when he moves up weight divisions, you got the Charlo brothers, right? I mean, one of them's already moved up to 160, but I mean, when Errol Lara, he's more of a boxer. He's not really an aggressive fighter. How do you think Kell Brook's gonna do? Because Kell Brook is a good counterpuncher. He slips a jab well, and he's good against southpaws. He's pretty decent against southpaws. We saw it in the Errol Spence fight. Up until he did take the knee and he was gassing out towards the end. Up until that point, he was bossing Errol Spence in the early half of the fight. So do you not think with that sort of extra stamina he's going to have at 154, if he faces someone like Lara, that he'll be able to deal with that style and, you know, counter punch him, you know, and he's still going to be a big boy as Kell Brook at 154 pounds.
Yeah, I don't see him being able to deal with the accurate punches of Lara. Lara's going to target, now that the word is out on Brook's eyes, everybody's going to target his eyes. Everybody. They're going to zoom in on his eyes. They're going to target jab, you know, straight punches right to the face. He don't even have to worry about body shots no more. They're coming right for his eyes. And as soon as his eyes start swelling up, he's going to have flashbacks and he's going to quit. I really believe he's going to quit again.
So what do you think he should do? Do you think he should... retiring, let's put that to a side, 'cause that's something Kell Brook can do, but it's not really something he's going to do. Do you think he should stay at 147 or go up to 154?
I think he should go up to 154 and fight Amir Khan. I think he should bring Khan up to 154 and see if he can beat Khan. Because Brook is an accurate puncher.
Yeah, but you know, but why would Khan move up to 154 now when Khan's fighting at 147? Kell Brook coming off a loss and currently, you know, Khan's gonna have that pull advantage in terms of the business deal when they try and sit down on the table?
I don't think he was gonna have a business deal because Khan just went to 155 to fight Canelo in a disaster. I don't think it's a problem for him to, you know, both of you guys. I mean, Khan has already fought there. Brook hasn't. I think it'd be, you know, even Steven, or if they fight at 150 or catch weight or something. You know, I think Khan is his best option right now because it's personal, and I think he has I don't think he will quit against Khan because he doesn't like Khan, and this is personal. He's not going to let Khan have those bragging rights over him. He's going to try to hurt Khan. I don't
think Khan can make Brook quit as well, though, because it's not stylistically. Khan's an outside boxer. You know, Khan's going to be on the back foot. He's going to try and get 12-round decision. So I don't think Kell Brook's going to get that sort of pressure and be made to quit. So I don't think that's really a worry with Khan. But the thing is, if Brook wants to fight with Khan's only going to take it at 147, because we know historically Brook's been chasing that fight. Khan's the one who's been not wanting that fight for different reasons. So I don't think that if the fight happens, it has to happen at 147. I don't think Khan will take that fight, you know, where Brook has any sort of advantage.
Well, it's not going to happen then, because I don't think Eddie Hearn's going to let Brook fight at 147 again.
So, okay, so if it's not Khan, what do you think is Kell Brook's very next fight at 154? Because it'll probably be a tune-up, but if not, is the very next fight, then the fight after, what do you think is in line for Kell Brook in the next two fights at 154?
Probably that Smith guy, Liam Smith.
Liam Smith is fighting Williams at the moment, so he's taken up.
Oh, yeah, but you know, he's not going to fight. Brook's not going to fight right now for another, at least to the beginning of next year or the end of this year anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but I can see him fighting a guy like Liam Smith or a guy, you know, somebody who he feels is an easy target and not a big threat to him. Just so he can get. I think Brook could probably fight a couple of easy fights or fights that he perceives as easy. The first two fights up there at 154. Get his confidence back, and then before he jumps back in there, I think he'll do good against Cotto, though. I think he'll beat Cotto.
You think he can beat Cotto?
Yeah, I think he can beat Cotto.
Do you not think? Yeah, but I mean, Cotto is under Freddie Roach still. He's apart from even in the Canelo fight, Cotto didn't look too bad. Do you not think Cotto's body shots, left hook to the body, aggressive style, hitting him, and he's gonna know as well that eye is damaged. Cotto's a veteran. Do you not think Cotto can pull it off against Brook?
He could. I mean, Cotto could win the fight, but I think Brook has a good chance of beating Cotto because size-wise and this stage of Cotto's career, Cotto's not looking to get hurt. Cotto has the mentality like, hey, man, he always reiterates he's not willing to die in the ring and all this type of stuff. Cotto, you know, Cotto has lost something. That Margarito beating and that Pacquiao beating took a lot out of Cotto. He's not the same fighter, even though he did great things after that, moving up, fighting Sergio and stuff like that. Cotto, you know, I can see Brook outwilling him. I can see Brook beating Cotto.
I agree.
You know, outboxing him.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like, obviously the way Cotto fights as well, I mean, yeah, he's got a decent jab. I mean, he's an aggressive fighter, throws left hooks to the body, and he's not, like, a huge fighter. So I think Kell Brook's a bit bigger than Cotto, to be honest, even though Cotto's fought at higher weight classes. I think Kell Brook, just with his boxing skill, with his weight, with his power, and even Kell Brook's not even that old. He's still like he's young enough to do it, so I think he can beat Cotto. Okay, guys, so make sure you subscribe to both channels, 78 Sports TV and Be Real TV. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels. We're going to be doing a lot more videos. We'll be talking about UK and US boxing. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned, and yeah, catch you in a bit, guys, in a bit.